The public domain superhero, golden age. Is there a market for public domain superheroes? That's the question, guys, that I've been debating. That's the question I've been asking myself. If I want to see superheroes that are not mainstream, superheroes that very few people know exist. The public domain superhero. Is there a market out there for these characters? Is there a market out there in the collecting community strong enough that will make these heroes, these long forgotten heroes, financially viable in today's market, collecting market? And that's what we're here in the museum to kind of discuss today. The golden age public domain superhero. Is there a market for these superheroes? Is there a market for these characters? And I have a few here on my stage today from our collection, our museum collection. These figures are courtesy of J. Piscopo. Parts and pieces were used by Dr. MEGO to create these action figures. But it was J. Piscopo's genius that actually put these figures out in the market. Here's one of my favorites, the Black Bat. This figure was for sale years ago. Jay put this figure out for sale, and he did pretty good. He did pretty good. You know, my question though is, could we get more public domain action figures? Because I think between MEGO, NECA, FTC, it's probably FTC has a better shot. I mean, because they can get, it seems like they have just a broader base, fan base with their company. So I think they could probably have a better shot at getting this done. I wouldn't rule out MEGO. This figure right here name is Golden Lad. He's a golden age public domain superhero. And Jay and Dr. MEGO did a great job at fleshing this guy out. This is exactly how he looks in his comic books. Check the public domain superheroes. Check this guy out in the public domain. All of these guys. There's so many fantastic and very unique characters, cast of characters in a public domain. I don't understand why MEGO hasn't, and we'll just use MEGO seeing as they are you could really say, in a sense, they're the new kids on the block again. I don't understand why MEGO hasn't used the public domain route in creating exciting action figures, especially that they've seemed like they've been struggling to get a Marvel license, certain DC characters in 8-inch action figure form. Now they are reporting that they'll be doing the 8-inch DC figures, Batman, Superman, I believe the Flash, Wonder Woman, and there's some more. But a public domain action figure that's seldom used, not really too known, creates some problems. I understand, because people want big names: Superman, Batman, Aquaman, Shazam. They want these types of characters. But I believe with the right marketing, okay, and it all boils down to marketing, guys. It's all about how you package and market a character. This Golden Age figure here, Golden Arrow, as you can see, Jay Piscopo was going, this is a prototype. So this actually never made it to market. He never made it to retail. So, but he was going to, as you can see, he doesn't even have a backing card. He has a nice, clean, clear clamshell. But he was going to come with a comic book, which I thought was brilliant on Jay Piscopo's part. 34 pages, starring Golden Arrow, Wild West hero of Wiz Comics. So he was a Wiz comic character. Jay saw an opportunity there and decided to say, hey, let's make an action figure. I think there is a place for the public domain action figures. You can see this guy came loaded with, where he was going to have all these tons and tons of accessories and equipment. Now, would that have been practical with having this guy loaded down with so many accessories? But as you can see, with everything he has in a comic book, he has here. But there's a business side to this, to be able to produce all of this stuff. And this is why Jay Piscopo teamed up with Dr. MEGO to help him put these figures together, to design these figures. I believe Black Bat was definitely one of the more popular ones. Very close in likeness to Batman. As you can see, he came with his twin pistols, cape, decked out in black. But he was a Golden Age public domain superhero. And I believe, now you tell me, guys, in the comment section what you think. Is there a market? Or would you like to see MEGO or any other company, FTC, but primarily MEGO, because MEGO is they're really the new kids on the block. Would you like to see MEGO create or add to their stable of characters more public domain action figures, superheroes? And for people that don't know what public, I know they're saying, M.I.B, what's public domain? What does that mean? Public domain means that it's for public use. You can use it. There's no licensing rights, to my knowledge. You can use these figures. You can use these characters. You can use these likenesses. Now, if anybody has more information on that wants to add more to that, what the meaning of the public domain is, let us know in the comment section right underneath this video. Three of these figures. This Golden Lad figure was another prototype that Jay put together. He never made it to retail. So a lot of these figures are from the personal collection of Jay Piscopo. Now they reside here at the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. Is there a market for public domain superheroes? The Red Panther. And you give Jay credit, you have to give Dr. MEGO some credit as well. It's his his equipment, his tooling, his clothing that really fleshed out these characters, these superheroes for these action figures for Jay Piscopo. But I believe that there is a market out there. I believe that MEGO could use this to their advantage to really gain some momentum that I personally believe they're losing right now to FTC, to NECA, to a lot of these other toy companies. You have to think outside of the box, and I don't know how far outside of the box you can really go when you're talking about public domain. I mean, that's about as far outside of the box, in my mind anyway. The Black Bat, Golden Arrow. I mean, the list is endless. I checked the public domain site for these superhero characters, and I came up with I saw some names here. I just want to read off to you. The Dynamite Thor, Captain Battle, Green Llama, Miss Owl, Mr. Justice, Moon Girl, and then I had my figures here: the Black Bat, Golden Lad, the Red Panther, and Golden Arrow. So there, and the list is endless, guys. The list is absolutely, positively endless of all of these golden age, public domain heroes. You can avoid a lot of the red tape of licensing issues, property issues, by just going the public domain route. But that's me. We want your thoughts, your opinions right underneath this video in the comment section. Would you like to see more public domain action figures in the market, the collecting market today, for retail purposes? Not just custom fodder, not just, a fly-by-night, a 100 figure run or something like that. In the market, on toy store shelves, in Target, at Walmart, is there a place for these beautiful characters, beautiful superheroes that are long forgotten? A show of hands in the comment section. Did anybody know about the Black Bat? Does anybody know about the Red Panther? Does anybody know about Golden Lad? Now, he was a tough one because like I said, he was a prototype that Jay Piscopo never quite finished and put into market for retail. But that's not to say he didn't exist. He still exists. He's a public domain superhero. But if it's not Superman, if it's not Aquaman, if it's not Batman or Robin, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, the Marvel characters, Captain America, you name it. If it's not those guys, Nobody seems to know about these guys. No one seems to care. And for me, I want figures that are super cool in appearance, that has a good background to them. You can read up on the Golden Lad, see how he became Golden Lad. But super cool accessories. I believe these figures today could hold their own against, right now, truly against anything that MEGO's putting out. Your thoughts on that? Could these figures, here's a great question, guys. I got a great question for you. Here's a great question. Could any of these figures you see up here on the stage, Golden Arrow, the Black Bat, the Red Panther, and Golden Lad, could any of these figures outsell, if MEGO put them on their roster, could they outsell any of the current MEGO figures right now? These 8-inch figures right here, these public domain superheroes. If MEGO picked these guys up right now, could they outsell the current roster of MEGO figures and characters? And just to be on the fair side, because we know that the Black Bat would outsell the Facts of Life, Married with Children, Charmed, and the Brady Bunch. So you had to put him against the Monsters and anybody else. Would this figure sell? Could he hold his own? That's the question. That's what we want to know. Guys, just more food for thought here at the museum. And like I said, when I see something, I think about something, I always want to share it with you guys and get your thoughts and your opinions on it. The public domain superhero, Golden Age superhero, the public domain characters. Is there a market for these figures? Is there a market for these characters? And would you want these figures? Would you pay your hard-earned money if you saw these figures on toy store shelves in Walmart, in Target, and other places? Guys, we're just hanging out here on a Friday. We just wanted to kind of touch on this and share it with you guys. More fun right around the corner. You know the routine, guys. Stay safe. God bless. And keep collecting.